Right, so next I'm going to show you how to use local color or source clip color. So I've got these photos inside my nature photos bin right here, and I need to make an example sequence. So I'm going to right click inside the bin and make a new sequence. And I'm going to cut in some of these photos. All right. And also, if you want to clear your source side monitor, you can right click on it and go to clear monitor. And so now I have source color. Source color is on the bottom left at the hamburger menu at the bottom of the timeline. You see where it says fast menu. You click on that and you go over to clip color, and then you can choose from all these different settings. And I'm going to turn on linked clips. So now any linked clips in a timeline will show up as purple. And right here you see timeline local and source. If you have timeline local turned on, then that means you can click on a clip and then set it to a certain color that you want inside your timeline. If you choose source, then I can choose a color. I can color these clips in my bin, and that color will show up in the timeline. So, for example, I'm going to turn on source and click OK. And now I'm going to give some of these clips a clip color. So, this first one, just right click right here below the color column, right next to the clip. Just right click and then choose a color. And you can see when I give the clip a color in the bin, it shows up in the timeline. So I'll just do that for each clip. So there you go. Now I can see any source color that I've chosen for a clip. I'm going to see it in my timeline. Now let's say I don't want still 001 right here to be yellow. But instead of using the source color, let's say I want to use local clip color, right? So go back to the fast menu at the bottom left of the timeline and click on that and go to clip color, and I'm going to turn off source and turn on timeline local and click OK. Now you can see all these clips have the default Avid sort of turquoise color, but my clips in the bin still have their own color. And so now if I want to give each of these clips a color inside the bin, I you have to turn on segment mode, which is the red arrow, and then you can click on a clip and right click on it, and you can go over to set local clip color. Then I can choose whatever color I want it to be. Let's say bright pink. And the next clip, I just click on it, then right click and go to set clip color. Let's say I want it to be this color. And you can make each clip whatever color you want it to be. Or you can go over here to the color palette. If you click on that, the color palette comes up. You can choose any color you want and click OK. And you can totally customize it. And you notice all these colors that I gave all these clips, this is in the timeline only. So what that means is all of the colors that I gave these clips in the bin, that stays the same, that doesn't change. So I'm going to turn off segment mode. Let's say I make all these clips a different color. Let's make them all orange. And you'll notice none of the clips change color in the timeline because I have the timeline set to local clip color only. So now I'm going to go back to the timeline fast menu on the bottom left, go to clip color and turn off timeline local and then turn on source again. Click OK. Now all my clips are orange. So you can totally just customize the color of clips in the timeline only, uh, or you can use the clip colors that you gave it in the bin. This is how I like to do it. I like to give some clips a color in the bin, and then it'll show up in the timeline as I edit and as I go. But that gives you a whole variety of options